Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see today, I'm with Milson. We've finally been able to get together thanks to the easing of the lockdown in England, which means that we are going exploring once again for the first time in about half a year. As you can see in the background there, we're racing against the sun pretty much to get this done. It's going to be close in daylight, yeah. And so I'll turn the camera around just so it's not as shaky and the quality's a little bit better. And then we'll see you in a second.
Ciao.
Right, come up to the gate. 3/4 of a mile walk we've had to do. We're about halfway through, maybe not even that. Milson's going to go first. Now, there was a slight issue with the car because, or not the car itself, but with the parking, because we thought you could go around to the farmhouse and past the farmhouse and park right outside the actual place itself, but you can't. So you've got to go to the actual car park at the start of the walking trail, and then once you get there, you've got to walk 3/4 of a mile, but it's quite a nice walk, as you can see. Yeah. I would like to apologise now though for the shakiness of the camera. This video is very impromptu. We're kind of halfway here. We were like, oh, we should probably do a video on this actually. So the camera is a little bit shaky this time. Where all we've literally got is our phones, no equipment. But it's got to the point where we're just desperate to do something on the channel. And then next time we go, hopefully we can have some equipment with us. So now we're passing over a river and a nice little bridge. Milson going first again. Hey. And again, yeah, racing the sun. Every second counts. Every second counts. Yeah. So we're going to do a jump cut now. And then we'll be back when we get to the village itself. We're nearing it, though. See you in a second. So that sign's got a bit of history about the place. Feel free to pause the video and read up on it. I'll also put some pictures on at the end. And this is what you see first. So it kind of dates back to different periods. There's a lot of not really higgledy-piggledy, but there's a little bit of mismatch going on. So this building in front of us is obviously the most recent. It's made of brick. It's got the classic red roof of a house that looks like it was built 100, 200 years ago. That's not what we're here for though. We're here for the actual church ruins behind. If you're not familiar with the channel, we're pretty big on old churches. And so this is a pretty cool place to come. Now, if we follow the path up here and around, what you get up there is the foundations of old medieval houses, marks left in the grass. I don't know if you can see it up there, but there's just an information board right on top of that hill. We'll see if we can get there on the way back if we've got enough light, but let's keep going. Nice view all around as well. You really are in the middle of this valley. Okay, so there is an information board on this particular place here, this red brick building, or this red roof building I was on about. You can already see foundations of multiple buildings that were there at one point. Now, without reading the information board again, I can't remember exactly what they were, but we are pretty much coming up to this now, so we're about to find out. A lot of these little pieces of information you kind of forget once you visit a place and then leave it for a few months. So let's see if we can figure out what it is and what it was. Milson's getting some nice photos as well, maybe for the Instagram. For the Instagram?
Yeah, for the Instagram. Just to some of the notice boards, again, a bit more about the history of the place. Like I said, this is my first time coming here.
Yes, so I've been to this church before and I think it's amazing. I think it's incredible. So I'm really hoping Milson likes it too. You can't actually get in this particular building here though without breaking and entering because everything's boarded up. And we're not about that. It is, yeah, it is. And considering how old it is, you would have thought over all the different things that have happened to our history, somebody might have done something to it, but no, they didn't. It was one of the lucky ones that didn't get destroyed or pillaged or anything like that. You've got more foundations there. Again, we'll have to wait till we get to the information board just up here so I can remember what these were, but there's a lot of history here. It's really getting up to the church now. Yeah, this goes back some, doesn't it? Tower up there, which is half destroyed anyway. Don't think that door's from the time period, but it's around the other side, I think. Yeah, if I remember correctly. Pheasants everywhere. I don't know if that's picking up on the microphone, but there's pheasants just flying about everywhere. So this part of the tower, unfortunately, didn't quite make it, but it makes for a cool photo. So I'll let Nelson deal with the photos. Playing limbo. Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Cool. That's crazy, because a lot of these churches that we go in, the tower in particular, is kind of normally shut off. But obviously there's nothing to really shut off there. You can't just climb. Well, I mean, I suppose you could, but it's not Assassin's Creed, so we won't be trying that. Alright, into the graveyard then.
They've got doors to this side as well.
Door to this side as well, right. If I remember, there was definitely a way in, because I've been in it. There's an information board in there, look.
So he's done it because it's been big.
Oh, they might have done actually. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, the barbed wire as well. So we're thinking, yeah, because of coronavirus, obviously it's still ongoing. A lot of this place is, the inside especially, is kind of sectioned off because obviously people touch things on the inside of things. Not that there's a lot to touch, but it's better safe than sorry. There's no real difference between us filming the inside and us filming the outside. So what we'll do is we'll just go up to one of the windows and just film on the inside. Obviously we're missing out on some cool photos, but under the circumstances at the minute, that's not a problem. So obviously none of the roof survived. That would have been made out of different materials anyway. That looks like they've restored the roof on that end before it did fully collapse. But the rest of it is still standing, especially the structures around the windows. Like the window frame made out of stone and the different bricks for the edges of the windows. What you tend to find is a lot of these churches as well were extended, destroyed, and I'm pretty sure on that information board on the inside it has diagrams of how the church evolved, grew in size and then shrunk in size as the village became more and more deserted and they didn't need it anymore. It's really cool though. I think that looks ace, how the fact that half of that's destroyed. But yeah, so the church at one point was obviously a lot bigger than this. But over time and history and everything like that, it just didn't need to be anymore, so they got rid of it. Getting cold?
Yeah, getting a bit nippy.
Yeah. And then just further down there is the medieval pond and stuff that they would have used to fish or whatever, so.
Let's go down and have a look at that.
These graves must be really, really old because they're so faded. 1830, I think that's a 1832. So obviously they don't go all the way back, but that's still really pretty damn old.
Every time.
Wouldn't be a trip out without Milsop falling. So here we have a nice little pond with a bridge. Again, information board up ahead to tell us what it was used for. So we'll go have a quick read of that. Do a loop round over that bridge down there and then head back.
Yeah, looks like it drops down, yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice little, what looks like a man-made waterfall, but...
Yeah, it'll be like a little bit downhill.
Yeah. Cool. Nice.
Keep doing live photos.
Okay, so one last information board then on this little adventure. So it really is an entire settlement near enough that's been just left. And there's not many of them, actually, that are as intact as this one around the country.
No, I think there is one over there in Saxby. I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I remember seeing that on the...
I think it dates back even further. However, there isn't really much left of it. It is very much foundations and sort of oops, done a spin there. Like bits of ruins, and it's in essentially a field full of cattle.
Oh, yeah, I remember what you're on about now, yeah. So
Watching down walking. Again, well, Saxby, that's over in Lincolnshire. There is actually a nice church over that way. And at some point during daylight hours, we will go and explore that, and that will feature in a future video.
yeah.
When we go exploring these places, we are always mindful of the fact of, to keep them nicer for future generations, we respect the places that we go. We don't want it to, you know, we don't cause any damage or anything like that. We very much leave it as we found it.
Bit of a sprint because I completely forgot about the little foundations of the houses we said, so we're just sprinting up this hill real quick to get these medieval foundations. Alright, let's go this way. This is just going to be tagged on to the end as a little bit of bonus content because we completely forgot and it's getting dark.
Oh shoot, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. So these would have been medieval houses, like in that recreation photo there. Manors and all sorts of farmers' houses. And you can see it there, still left in the grass, of where these houses would have been. Just, there's so much history in this place. It's incredible. I'm out of breath. Yeah, Milson's a bit done. So we're going to sign out for now. Thanks for staying tuned. Well, thanks for joining us on this video.
Yeah, and for our loyal followers, thanks for staying subscribed and thanks for all the support.
Yeah, over this past half a year, it's been a tough time for everybody. So thanks for sticking around. Sorry about the how short of an adventure it was. Hopefully next time we can make these ones, or we can make ones a little bit longer with some better equipment. Any last words?
Yeah, just once again, thanks, and it's a pleasure to be back out again.
Thanks for joining us at Wharram Percy, and we will see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Bye bye.